It's almost noon already. Time flies, eh? So I did get kind of up kind of late, and then I wasted a lot of time watching Matthew Mathosis
Time for
videos
hide and seek
stuff. Anyway, that's neither here nor there. So let's do Kyle Hyde. That's what we're actually here for. We're not here for me to talk about what I didn't do all day, because I could go on about that forever. Okay. Last time, a new chapter. December 22nd,
Matthew has some good insights.
The killer is who?
But yes, on with the game.
Chapter 6. December 23rd, 1980. Tuesday morning. I'm woken up by the sound coming from the TV. And that was tomorrow's weather. Huh? What's that noise? Must have fallen asleep in front of the TV. Now for today's special feature. We take a look at the jewelry robberies that rocked LA 2 decades ago. It was apparent that a crime ring was stealing jewels and selling them on the black market, but the group itself vanished from the face of the earth some 13 years ago. The LAPD are investigating the current spate of jewelry robberies in the area and considering the possibility that they may be connected to these past robberies. This is Robert Harrison for 5 News, signing off. As I try to pull myself out of bed, I feel the alcohol still lingering in my stomach. It all comes back to me. I remember talking to Dylan, then being invited to the bar by Tony for a few drinks. As I try to get my thoughts from the day before in order, I make my way over to the window and open the blinds. The brightness flooding in through the tiny window sets my room aglow. I lean against the window with my eyes half closed, my body bathed in light. As I gradually open them, I see the familiar backdrop come into focus before me. It's a shame that my days of seeing this first thing in the morning are numbered. Now that I think about it, my mom must have seen a similar sight. After my dad was killed, on the morning Mom and I planned to leave this town. She stood in front of the window in the room she'd once shared with Dad. She said nothing, just stared into the distance. I splash a couple of handfuls of water onto my face, then throw in some clothes. Damn, my throat's so dry. Can't believe I got drunk on a Monday night. I'm such a fucking bum. There's only one remedy for this, a trip to the cafe. No telephone in the morning. Now that's unusual. I also don't know if today is the day we can get the lottery ticket. Today's the day. Huh? Wait, the elevator works? That's new. Oh, hey, it's Matt.
Time to win big money.
Holla, holla. Well, hello there, Mr. Hyde. Looks like the elevator's working again. After all the inconvenience, it has finally been repaired. You and the other residents will be able to make use of it from today onwards. It's a shame that it got repaired so close to when we will have to vacate, though. Even so, they should make it more convenient for everyone when they move their things. I'm sure it will. However, every civil thing lining has its cloud. The vending machine in the lobby's to be moved tomorrow. I see, that's a shame. Can't tell you how often I made use of the old thing. You were a frequent customer, were you? Mrs. Patrice, could you delay removing the machine until the last day instead? I love the cool pop from that machine. I think I'm addicted to the stuff. Much as I'd love to do so, Mr. Hyde.
It's gonna be useless anyway soon.
I'm afraid I can't. I fully appreciate that all the tenants are under a lot of stress and strain, but please don't forget that I am as well. I have so many things to do. I wouldn't want there to be any last-minute trouble before I hand the place over. Yeah, shouldn't be that direct. Has there been any trouble before? None whatsoever. Well, that's certainly good news then.
Kyle became a juice junkie.
And before you ask, Mr. Hyde, I haven't brought up the little indiscretion from before. To be completely honest with you, I'd sooner forget about the whole thing. Mrs. Patrice, it's my head. Oh, you're alright. I do apologize. I sometimes have episodes like this. I get a really sharp pain in my head all of a sudden. I'm going to have to leave you for now. Mrs. Patrice heads back to her room. So it looks like our beloved vending machine's going to disappear tomorrow. Better get a fucking drink. Yeah. I'm pretty thirsty. Maybe I should get something to drink. Yes, you should. Where's the quarters? Today it'll be... let's just get a cool pop. Even though I personally fucking hate sparkling water, it's so gross. Anyway. Cool pop, my favorite drink. I opened the bottle and glucked the whole thing down. I drink this all the time, but it's just as tasty as ever. This time it might come with a prize. It's bottle cap. You win!
Delicious fizzy lifting
Is a winner!
drink.
Put the winning bottle cap in my pocket. Nice. So, who do I show this to? There's a notice on the winning machine. Special promotion. Buy something from the machine and be sure to check the reverse of the bottle cap. Winners will receive fabulous prizes. Please contact the landlady or proprietor of Lucky's Cafe. Alright.
You won the game. Congrats.
We did indeed. More interruptions. It's my pager. I better head back to my room. No time for coffee. I was sure that there was going to be a call, but fucking Christ. We're going to go in anyway. Wait, it's closed? No point knocking on the door of a closed cafe. Why is it closed? What the fuck? Why is it closed? That's weird. Should have taken the elevator, but whatever. I'm too used to doing this now. Huh. Morning! Hey. Have you been out? Just been to the lobby to get something to drink. Woke up with one hell of a dry throat. Sounds like someone can't take their liquor. I can still feel it sloshing around. Haha, that's funny, man. Haha. Hey, watch it. Come on, you got to admit, you didn't really have that much. Maybe not, but after hearing your song, I think all that bourbon went straight to my head. Good excuse. Well, it was good for me to have an audience for once. It really helped me sing. Hey, Tony. Last night I had the pleasure of listening to the latest song he's written. Everyone can fall in love, but not everyone can keep up with it. That was terrible. It was not bad, your song, I mean. Oh? Don't act so surprised. I'm not so proud that I can't compliment someone on a fine piece of work, you know. So it appealed to you. Yeah, it did. Is that bad? No, but I guess that means it's not gonna make it big time.
You did it justice.
Hey, what's that supposed to mean? Nothing, man. Just yanking your chain. I'm just seriously stoked that you like the song, that's all. You've got a radio in your room, right? Yeah, I got one. Why? Have you ever listened to a show called Rock and Soul? Can't say I have. Do me a favor and listen to it today. Truth is, I got a call from one of their producers that I used to know, and he promised to try out a demo tape I sent. Says he'll see what the audience thinks. Your song's going to be on the radio? Yeah, it's been quite a while. It'll be on at 11 AM. I'm heading out now to see if I can find somewhere with the radio switched on. That way I can see how the people listening react when it comes on. Rock and Soul, 11 o'clock, huh? Suppose I could find the time to give it a listen. If we don't forget about it, like fucking dumbasses. I'm gonna fucking forget, so I hope the game reminds me, but I feel like might be an optional thing, so maybe I won't. Ooh, yeah. Red Crown, how may I help you? Hi Rachel, it's me. What's up? I've uncovered some info on Condor like you asked. It seems that the symbol Hotel Cape West used was that of a condor. Their symbol? Yes. When the hotel was still in business, they designed a mark in the shape of a condor. It was the official symbol of Hotel Cape West. That's interesting. There's something else, Kyle. Something I'd like to ask you. It's been on my mind for a while now. Sure, what is it? It's Ed. He's out at the moment, meeting with some friend of his from the LAPD. He told me he was meeting his friend to get more information on Frank Raver, like you asked. And? Well, when he asked about Frank Raver yesterday, Ed told you that he'd heard the name but didn't know the guy. That's right. I'm pretty sure he was lying to you, Kyle. He was acting real strange after that call. He pulled an old note out from one of his drawers, opened it up and just stared at it. I heard him mutter something under his breath too. It sounded like, why now? Sounds like there's more to Ed and Frank's relationship than they're letting on. I get the same feeling. That's why I thought I'd let you know. You made the right call. Oh, and another thing, you'll be pleased to hear that Mila's staying at my place now. I see. I was wondering if you could spare some time to go for a meal with us tomorrow night. It'll be the first Christmas Eve you'll have spent with her. I think it'd be nice to get together this year. Yeah. Anyway, I'll call again, Kyle. Oh, it's already 11. Okay. Alright. 11 o'clock. Guess Rock and Soul is going to be starting about now.
Hope Kyle doesn't forget.
Yep. He doesn't seem like the type who will forget that kind of thing. He's not like the fucking unbelievable douchebag asshole father type that would forget a kid's like important date. Whoops, that's not what I wanted. At least that doesn't seem like it to me. Which frequency is this on? We open today on Rock and Soul with this inspirational track. This is the latest track from everyone's favorite rocker, Tony Wolf. I'm sure you remember Wolf as the man who caused quite a stir with his debut album. This time, Wolf shocks us with a calm, melodious ballad for the Christmas season. Everyone listen up, here's Belief. And stay tuned for even more hits. So this is Tony's song. Not a bad song. What did Tony tell me last night? I'd really like to release another record. If I can't get any interest from a record label, I'll just have to put it out on my own. Problem is, then I gotta scrape together the cash. It's times like this I wish I could just win the lottery or something. Well, lucky for you, Tony. I think I'll grab the chance and go get a coffee or something at the cafe. We listened to music for an whole hour? What the fuck, Kyle? Alright. Sure. I wonder if this is actually any faster at all. Probably not. With all the animations going on, it's
Probably
probably
got
slow.
distracted with jazz.
But Tony's stuff is rock and roll, not jazz. I wonder if you ring the alarm bell, it's game over. Yeah, this is definitely slower. Huh? Darn, I thought I did quite well.
He
Charles?
turned it off and listened to jazz.
What's the problem? Are you having troubles again? It seems I missed out on the prize. So you entered the crossword prize draw, huh? Of course! Especially since there's $1,000 to be won. If I won, I could afford to buy a brand new camera to use for filming. I guess things didn't go my way this time, though. Bad luck. I'll see you later, Mr. Hyde. Ah, boy. Good morning, Mr. Hyde. Hey, Claire. What's today's coffee? It's a matcha from Yemen. It has a distinct bitterness with a strong flavor. I'm sure you'll like it, Mr. Hyde. I'll take one, black. You got it. Hey, Claire, today's the day the prize draw results come out, right? Finally get to see who the winner is. Right. The results are over there on the wall. Oh, right. I see them now. Okay, thanks. Oh boy, oh boy. Okay, here's the winning number. Now where did I put my entry slip? Wow. I won? Is this thing for real? Yep, saw that one coming. Now we gotta give Tony $1,000 bucks. Buccarinos. Buccos. Hey, Sydney. So, how'd you do? Well, first of all...
Happy Kyle is happy.
You mind having a look at this? Oh, it's a winning bottle cap from the vending machine. Congrats, here's your prize. What the fuck's this? Sydney hands me the Pinky Rabbit Land game. I think it's a handheld video game they just brought out. One of them computer games. Them fancy new things. See for yourself. Just a minute, this number... Looks like your luck's in, Mr. Hyde. So I have got some luck left after all. Congratulations, Mr. Hyde. Here's your check. I'm glad it was you that won. Hope the extra cash comes in handy.
One of them television games young'uns play these days.
Sorry about the wait. Here's a cup of today's coffee. Coffee. Make sure you take in the beautiful aroma while you're drinking it. Yeah, I will. Oh, Mr. Hyde? Yeah? Can I ask you a favor? This is a little out of the blue, but sure, go ahead. Actually, there's something I've been meaning to talk to you about. No problem if you think I can help somehow. Not here, though. I'd rather my dad didn't hear. Okay. So where can we talk then? Come into the kitchen a little later, we can talk there. Is this gonna be about her wanting the prize money so they can open up a new cafe somewhere else easier, or she can open up her own cafe or something, and then we have to decide between giving it to her or Tony? Oh boy, I sure hope it's not gonna be that.
Everybody is gonna ask Carl for money now.
But make sure he doesn't see you trying to get in. Got it. Claire moves away and heads towards the kitchen. Just gonna stroll in here.
Or she just wants to fuck.
No. Stop. How dare you? This is a Christian game. Let me see that first. Kyle's got a Snoop dog. This looks like Sydney's handwriting. Oh, okay, nothing. Fine then. Hi, Claire. Oh, Mr. Hyde. I'm here. Let's talk. Thanks for coming.
Rachel is the only one deserving of Kyle.
So, what was on your mind? Well, you see... Mr. Hyde. Sydney. Dad. What are you doing back here? It's nothing. We're just having a chat. Dad, wait. This is the kitchen, Claire. You know full well that it's off limits to customers. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to cause you any trouble. Damn it. Told me to be careful when I came after all. How was I supposed to avoid him seeing me coming in? What?
Game over.
This game is weird about its game overs. Alright. So do I have to do the thing again with bottle cap? Sydney. It's no good. Sydney. Huh? Oh, I didn't see you there, Mr. Hyde. What are you doing that's got you so busy you don't notice your own customers? Is there anything I can help you with? Just a little problem, nothing to worry about.
Put the bucket on Sydney's head.
You can tell me, maybe it can help. I doubt that, Mr. Hyde. No offense, but this is one issue I have to take care of. I see. I just plain forgot is all. It's something I needed to take care of today, too. No matter how hard I try, I just can't seem to remember what it was. That is a problem. Yeah, quite the bind I'm in. Hang on. Did you remember? I think it might be coming back to me. I'm starting to remember. Ah! Do you need to buy some ingredients? Darn, it's gone again. If you just kept quiet a little longer, I might have remembered. Sorry, just trying to help. I'm pretty sure it had nothing to do with buying ingredients, though. I took care of that this morning. Fair enough. I hate to sound rude, Mr. Hyde, but I don't think I'll be able to remember with you around. Could you give me a bit of space for a while? Sure, no problem. Are we supposed to come back later, or how do... Alright, Ah! There he goes. Yes, the light bulb came on. I got it! Remember what it was. What could he have forgotten? Time to be nosy. Yo, check it. I'm sorry if I was a little rude to you before, Mr. Hyde. Forget about it. More importantly, did you remember what it was you've forgotten? Yeah, I just remembered. Why does he give me an extra dialogue? I can't believe I nearly forgot that today was Tuesday. It's actually Monday, but... What was it that you've forgotten? It was nothing serious. Sorry if I panicked you just then. Today's Tuesday, right? I think so. The roster dictates that Tuesday is my day to take care of the toilets. Your turn? Yeah, and I nearly forgot all about it too. If I hadn't remembered when I did, I'd be on the receiving end of a grilling from Claire. Glad to hear you avoided grilling then. Looks like I better get my skates on and see those toilets. If you need me, just shout in the general direction. Looks like this is the chance I've been waiting for.
Cleaning toilets is so traumatizing for him he completely removed it from his memory, poor guy.
I don't know why people have such an adversity towards cleaning toilets. It's really not that bad. Of all the jobs you have to do in a household, it's probably one of the quickest and least painful ones. Oh, Mr. Hyde. I'm here, let's talk. Thanks for coming. So, what was on your mind? Well, it's what? Oh, right. What? Before I tell you what I wanted to say, there's something else I'd like to ask you for your help with. Dad told me to open a jar of maple butter, but the lid's too tight. Would you mind doing it for me? No problem,
but
hand it over.
But it's tricky eating
Thanks.
during it.
What do you mean eating? The lid was on so tightly I couldn't even get it to budge. I could have tried heating it, but the butter gets a funny taste when it's warmed. Damn, my hand keeps sliding off. Not getting any joy here. I just need to try harder. Okay.
Break it with a hammer.
Claire? Yes? Have you got anything we can use to get this thing open?
From Dylan.
Take your pick. You can use anything you like. Alrighty, let's see what we got. We need a towel, I would say. Don't see any towels though. Or a knife or a fork or something like that. Just a couple of cardboard boxes. I don't know if there's anything important in them. That's a freezer, not gonna be anything in there, don't need any pots. Do you not have any fucking towels around anywhere? What the hell?
The solution is going to Sydney and asking him to open it.
It's another dull brown box though, this one's even smaller than the others I've seen. Apparently, Kyle only nourishes himself by eating mayonnaise and nothing else. Important fact. Seriously though, are there no towels around here? What the fuck? In the middle of the room, there's a metal workstation. Fuck, there's nothing I can use in here.
Claire has one on her head.
It's not a towel, you imbecile. Cast iron stuff is good, but it's so fucking heavy.
Doubt she'll relinquish it though.
Some dishes might fall out and hit me. That's what Kyle is concerned with. Maybe we already have what we need. Key, chorus, ruler, screwdriver. Maybe. Screwdriver. That might be another one. Yes, they do. What the fuck, Kyle? Use the doorstep instead. Maybe it wants me to use the ruler. No. Check. Let's use the doorstop. Claire. Hey, Mr. Hyde, any luck with that jar I gave you? So I have to do this. I don't see anything at all in this goddamn kitchen that I could pick up. I can't believe there's no towels around. So weird.
Maybe pour water over it in the sink.
Wait, what does the guy say? Walk over to the far wall near the kitchen door and examine the items hanging on there. You'll see a notice to the left of the large photo of the hotel. Oh wait, that's something else. No, hold on, I'm too far behind. Wait, what do you need to do? What? How did that work? What? I don't understand. There it goes. Oh no! The lid just flew off the jar! Oops, don't know my own strength. Mr. Hyde, don't frighten me like that. Did you do that on purpose? Of course not, I'm sorry. There's no need to look so worried. I'm not going to scream or anything. Yeah, right. It's okay, that doesn't seem to have hurt a thing. If he asks about the noise later on, I'll come up with a good cover story. Relax, will ya?
Kyle is such a dumbass.
How did that work? Why did I have to blow into the mic? Like, what was that supposed to simulate? Like, me going,
That
or
was
what?
a tricky puzzle.
I'll try. Here's the jar. Also, how, like, I don't understand. How can you turn a lid so hard that it flies off into the distance? What? Thanks. So, Claire, this wasn't the reason you wanted to talk to me, right? No, Mr. Hyde. Then please enlighten me. What's the problem? Well, it's about that. I want you to talk to him for me. About what? It's been 7 years since Mom and Dad split up. I wanted to know if there was a special reason in his life. You know, someone he could be happy with. So, you have your suspicions then? Yeah, kind of. But I think that he should tell me if he does. I'm his daughter after all. Problem is, I can't bring myself to ask him directly. And you think it'll be any easier coming from me? No, not really, but what can I do? Hey, hold your horses, I'll do it. Just got to pick the right moment to ask. You're wonderful, Mr. Hyde, thank you. Alright. It's my pager again. Better head back to my room. What's this?
Let's visit the toilets and question him.
Hey, Mr. Hyde, didn't realize you were still around. I'm just leaving. Okay, catch you later. 2 p.m. already. And it's noon for us.
Never mind.
Elevator is fucking slow, so I'm not gonna do that again. Unless I have to. Huh? See ya. Bye. I know that voice. Why would Marie be visiting Betty in her room? Hey, Marie. What's going on? Mr. Hyde, there's nothing going on, really. Excuse me. What did they get up to in Betty's room? Might be a good idea to find out. Well, after we answer the fucking pager. Kyle, priorities. Oh my god, really? Alright. Is this Betty's? I don't even remember. No, that wasn't it. I don't... No! Wrong button. God damn it. Betty 203. Where was 203? Here we go. Just fucking open the door.
Priorities and opening jars are not Kyle's strong points.
Oh, hello, Mr. Hyde. What can I do for you? I happened to notice that Marie was just here now. Yeah, she only just left, actually. What did she want? Well, Mr. Hyde, why are you so keen on finding out things that don't concern you? I'm worried about her, that's why. Worried? Why? Because when I talk to her, she's given me more than enough reason to be. So... Are you taking fancy to her then? I guess she told you all about the money, right? So, she came to you to discuss the money? I'm afraid I can't say. She swore me to secrecy. She told me explicitly not to breathe the word to anyone. And that includes you, Mr. Hyde. I see. And that's all I have to say. Goodbye. Well, at least that was a quick encounter. Get to the fucking phone, Kyle. Right, Crown, how may I help you? It's me. I'll pass you over to Ed. Thanks. Hyde, I've got some fresh info on the incident 13 years ago on Frank Raver. He called in a favor from an old friend and this is what came back. Firstly, listen up, as this is important. It turns out that Frank Raver was not in charge of that case. When the incident occurred all those years ago, Frank Raver was away from the front line, pushing pencil out some desk. Desk work? Right. When he was young, he was one hell of a cop. He was among the best. But the force began to move with the times and his methods came under fire. Then, during the 40s, an internal investigation revealed certain things that resulted in him being relegated from the front lines. So that's what happened. But what's Frank's connection to the victim? That's something I haven't got to the bottom of yet. Why would a retired detective who wasn't even in charge of this case be connected to the victim? And why is he investigating the incident now? I know, it smells fishy. Seems the incident went something like this. The party to commemorate the last day of the hotel was on the first floor. At some point during the festivities, Kathy, the owner's wife, disappeared. When she failed to reappear, the owner asked a member of staff to take a look around. It didn't take long before he discovered her body. It appeared that she died of cyanide poisoning from the wine she'd drunk. The cyanide was discovered in the bag laying next to the body. When the LAPD assessed the death, their initial reaction was to treat it as a suicide. But after forensics revealed that her prints were not on the cyanide container and their hugely expensive ring had been taken, the type of case was changed. Now they believed it was possible she'd been murdered. The biggest problem they faced was the large numbers of guests had come and gone throughout the evening, making gathering statements difficult. Also, the bottle Kathy's wine came from went missing. They couldn't find enough evidence for the case to be solved. So, her body was really found in room 404, or was that just a rumor? No, that part seems to check out. I see. You know that room's still in the exact state it was back then. You mean the crime scene is still there? Precisely. Ed, can I ask you something? Go ahead. When you were on the force, did you really not know Frank Raver? Are you serious? I already told you I didn't. What are you trying to say? Nothing, just my senses tingling again. I just wanted to double check that you and he were an old acquaintances. As I told you before, I knew his name, but we never knew each other. Hyde, the man who had Frank removed from the front line was my ex-boss. Hugh Speck? Yeah, him. Listen, I'll keep looking for more clues about Frank and the murder. I'll see what I can dig up on your Scarlet Star, too. That's all I got to say for now. Here's Rachel. Hello, Kyle? About tomorrow. How are the plans going? How does 7 o'clock at the Leonardo sound? Spending Christmas Eve at the nice Italian place isn't bad at all if you ask me. Sounds good. I'll leave you to think of a present for Mila and make sure you don't forget. Got it. Ah, shit, a present. I'll give her the snow globe. Then ask her for payment. I'll sell the snow globe to her. Hey Mila, what do you need in your life right now? I'd like a present. Alright, how's this snow globe? You can get it for $3. My buzzer suddenly sounds. Who's that?
Give her the check.
Betty? Can you spare a moment? I want to talk to you about something. This is strange. You mean, you wanting to talk to me, I mean. I'm full of surprises. But look at this place. Have you even started your moving preparations, Mr. Hyde? Do you even have a place to go? Save your worries for someone else. Now, what do you got to say to me? It's about Marie. I'm listening. Please don't pull such a scary face. It's about what happened when she came to my room earlier. Didn't you already make it clear that you didn't want to talk about that? That was then, this is now. And well, I thought it over and decided I'd better tell you. You don't mind, do you? Tell me what happened. Lay it on me. Marie asked me to do something. She wanted me to buy a ring from her. A ring? Yeah, the one that she blamed Tony for stealing just a few days ago. Seems she's in need of cash and resorted to selling a ring. Wait, why does she need cash? Go on. She said I could have it for $500. A 3-carat diamond ring for $500? That's what I thought too. I said that the price she was asking for was way lower than the value of the ring, but she insisted that as long as the money was in cash, the price was acceptable. So I bought it. After reflecting on what had happened though, I began to think, it doesn't make sense to sell something that cheaply even if you needed the money. I even considered that the diamond in the ring could be a fake. I was wondering if you could take a look at it for me. Do you think it's real, Mr. Hyde? I'm not a jeweler, you do know that, right? I wouldn't be able to tell a real diamond from a fake one if they were labeled. I was worried you might say something like that. What can I do? Maybe I shouldn't have agreed to buy the ring after what she told me. Well, what did she tell you? She told me the reason why she needed to get rid of it. What am I gonna do? She can help me. Maybe Dylan can. Dylan might have a way of telling if it's real diamond or not. Yeah, hit it with a hammer. Attach it to a drill and see if he can make holes with it. Why did Marie want to get rid of her ring? She said that she doesn't like the idea of keeping it any longer. Really? Why is that? She told me about the circumstances the ring was given to her under, and how she couldn't keep it any longer knowing that she knew. What kind of circumstances were they? I thought you'd have been able to guess by now. I think she was trying to say that the guy who gave her the ring was no good. Maybe he bought it for her another woman, or maybe he got it on the cheap. That's what I think anyway. It's the kind of a reason where a woman would get rid of a nice ring like this. I see. I'm not really a woman, so I appreciate you filling me in on this. What makes you think Dylan will know if it's a real diamond? Well, one of his hobbies is collecting rare stones for one. He knows these things. He was boasting once about having one of those special magnifying glasses too. So why didn't you cut out the middleman and go straight to him at the beginning? Because I didn't want to spread this kind of stuff around, that's why. Alan tends to keep a close eye on everyone, closer than we'd all like. I really didn't want to break the promise I made to Marie. Like, it's even more curious that Marie wants this to be on the wraps. What promise did you make to Marie? I promised her I wouldn't tell anyone about buying the ring from her. You promised her that? Well, it looks like you've broken it anyway. That's different. This is you, Mr. Hyde. I know I can trust you to keep this to yourself. You're not planning to tell Marie that I told you, are you? Maybe you should have made me promise you that at the start. Yeah, maybe I should have. Why did I have to buy it? Marie told me that she got it from her dead brother as a present, so this is the ring that Mike Porter gave her. Betty? What? Could you show me the ring? Betty, would you mind if I borrowed the ring for a little while? Not at all, go ahead. I just fucking wasted $500 on it, but sure, you can have it. I trust you completely. Actually, I'll give you all of my savings as well, so you can look after them. I'll leave it to you to find out whether the ring is genuine or not. Yeah, no sweat. Okay, well, I'll see you later then. My life is in your hands, Mr. Hyde. Now what I'm gonna do? I suppose I could borrow Dylan's magnifying glass and take a look. And see what? You don't know what diamonds look like, dude. You have no fucking idea. But fine, the game wants me to go get the magnifying glass, so I'll do that. I'll do it. Dylan was 304?
He'll figure it out somehow.
Actually, I kind of want to save before I do any of this, because, you know, maybe I goof at some point. I don't want any goofs or spoops in this game. Ain't the goof troop or the spoof troop.
Good idea. Boopy. What if Kyle breaks the diamond?
Yeah, just throw it at the wall a couple of times, see what sticks. Hello, Mr. Hyde. Have you got a moment? Sure, what can I help you with? Could you lend me your magnifying glass? My what? You know, the thing you use to check precious stones? I heard you got one. Well, you heard right, I've got one, but why would you want to borrow it? I want to check out a crystal. Huh? What would you be doing with a crystal? You know me, I'm full of surprises. Let's just say I have a certain interest. Well, I must say I had no idea. I've kept it to myself. I thought I'd mention it to you as I heard you're a fellow collector. That's right, I'm really into crystals. How did you get into it? It's a long story. It began during my time in Manhattan. I had some time on my hands and decided to take a trip to the Natural History Museum. Really? Is it true what I heard about being able to touch the exhibits they have there? I'd give anything to take a trip there one day. You really know your stuff. Glad someone's finally noticed. Please come in, Mr. Hyde. We can talk more inside. Sure. I hope this wasn't a fucking mistake. So far, Kat seems to be bluffing it fucking excellently, but... Darling, would you like to see my crystal collection?
Pulling stories out of his ass.
I don't even know if this is a story he's pulling out of his ass. I mean... It's... It could really be just true. Would you like to see my crystal collection? Sure, why not? There's some on the shelves and others on the top of the table. Feel free to take a look. Part of Dylan's crystal collection. This crystal is a dark blue color that looks different from every angle. A pink crystal with white veins running through it. A translucent bluish crystal with a smooth surface. This crystal is white and orange. It feels rough to the touch. This crystal is light blue and appears to have some air bubbles in it. I'm sure I've seen a piece of jewelry somewhere with a crystal like this. Part of Dylan's crystal collection. This one is blue and has a million tiny scratches that diffuse the light. It's pale green and looks like it's been polished. Check them all out. Check it out. There's some raw crystals on the desk. Seen this type of crystal before. Don't remember what it's called though. This one is a dull blue shade and has a rough surface. Oh. Oh really? Isn't that a... Oh, a condor? This must be the magnifying glass Betty told me about. Hey, darling. What is it? That's a magnifying glass for examining crystals, right? This one's for examining jewels, but I will give you some great close-ups for crystals too.
Before?
I don't remember. It's something no enthusiast should be without. You should get one too, Mr. Hyde. Mine is great for up to 10 times magnification, so it's perfect for jewels. I see. Would you mind if I use this? Not at all. Go ahead. Feel free to take a closer look at some of my stuff too. Thanks. It's my phone. Better get that. Excuse me, Mr. Hyde. What a perfect opportunity. Hello? Okay, I understand, but... Looks like this call is gonna drag on for a while. Maybe you can use this time to get familiar with that magnifying glass. Yeah, you can. Fucking... Wait, where is it? Didn't I pick it up? I guess Kyle didn't fucking pick it up. Get the fucking glass! Can I get it? What? Do I need to like... So fucking confusing. Take a look at Marie's ring through the magnifying glass. I can see something through the diamond. I can't be sure, but it looks like as if there's something engraved into the ring. Huh? There's a design engraved onto the base of the ring. It looks like... Huh? The picture in this notebook gets... Why would Dylan have the same design here as I found on the base of the ring? That expression. Mr. Hyde? Yeah. How did you get on with the magnifying glass? No problem at all. It's great examining the tiny details on stones using this, isn't it? Yeah, it is.
Nice squinty eyes.
Have you ever thought that there's a tiny planet inside precious stones like these? A tiny planet? If you view the cut edges up close using the magnifying glass, you can see all kinds of grooves, valleys, and caves. It's a spectacular sight. I don't think I'll ever tire of looking. Viewing crystals like this is much more interesting than looking at diamonds. I'm sure you feel the same, right? Yeah, you got that right. Dylan, have you got a moment? What is it? What's that you've drawn on your notebook in the table? In the notebook on your table. You mean the picture? It's a condor. Yep, saw that one coming. A condor. Yes, that's right. A huge bird from the Andes that preys on animals. So why did you draw a condor? No reason. I was just trying to recreate something I saw up on the 4th floor. What kind of picture did you see up there?
Well, it ain't a chicken, that's for sure.
One of the rooms up there has a picture of a condor on the wall. It was stuck in my mind and I thought I'd have a go at drawing it. Which room was it in? It was 406. Hey, Dylan. Thanks for letting me take a look around in here. Glad you enjoy yourself. Thanks again. Why would the hotel's condor symbol be engraved on Marie's ring? What does this symbol mean? Not only that, there was something on Frank's tape too. The state of the 4th floor is just as it was 13 years ago. My initial sweep of room 404, where Kathy McGrath's body was found, is complete. Before vacating this building, I must find the lost items connected with Condor. Condor. That picture in room 406 has got me thinking. This is a long day. So, should we go upstairs now? Or what? I guess not, unless... Is the fucking thing in? Can't fucking see. Yes, it is. 406, it said. It's not going to budge. Who's that? Dylan? I had a feeling I'd find you here, Mr. Hyde. I knew you wouldn't be able to resist. You're here to take a look at that condor picture, right? Yeah, what if I am? The problem is that the door to the room is locked. Without the key, you can't get inside to look around. So it would seem. Want me to open it up for you? You've got a key then? Of course. Mrs. Patrice gave me the spare keys. I can get into any room I like. For maintenance purposes, of course. I'll unlock it for you. There you go. It's open now. Thanks. Thanks. I accidentally became Dylan for a second. Sure hope Dylan doesn't fucking betray us. I like him. I want to like him, but I'm also cautious around him. This is it, Mr. Hyde. The room where the condor picture is. Where's the picture of the condor? Where do you think? Cut the crap, Dylan. Go on, have a look around trying to find it. You would have needed to look around anyway if I hadn't accompanied you here. Yeah, you've got a point. Anyway, I gotta go. I'll come back and lock you up later. Lock up later. Woo! Freudian slip. Tutti fruity. Alright. Let's check this book. Like book? There's a discolored leather-bound book on the top of the table. It has a star symbol on the cover. A star? Huh. Marie told me about this. My brother and husband used the word along with others working in the hotel. It was a sort of secret code linked to the closing down party. A star. Let's just fucking nick it. Some picture frames have been wrapped up in material and left on this table. They've been tied up too securely for me to unwrap them and take a look.
Must be a Russian conspiracy.
There's a picture on the wall. The frame is slightly worn of age. It's an old photograph of Hotel Cape West from the outside. This photograph, it looks like it's from back when the hotel first opened. Huh. Not design. Okay, so do we need to fucking swivel this thing again? Without it fucking crashing or something? Because we did that once before and it was terrible. Okay, not this time, I guess. The pictures come off the wall. Ah, found it. This must be what Dylan was talking about. Now, why would this big picture also be engraved on Marie's ring? Secret code. Secret. Can't hang it back up again. Alright. Would have done so, just to fucking make sure nothing's disturbed. But Kyle doesn't give a shit. It's not safe. Yeah, I think that'll be it. Just for certainty, let me check. Okay, yeah, we can leave. The design in room 406 is the same as the one I found engraved on Marie's ring. That condor design's got me thinking. Before I get stuck into that though, I better let Betty know what I found out. Alright. Betty is 203? Question mark? Yes. Hi. Have you got a moment, Betty? Oh, it's you, Mr. Hyde. Try not to get too excited. Were you waiting for somebody? No, not really. I've checked out that ring for you. You did? Yeah. You better come in. Betty, tell me what you found out about the ring. I'm sorry about this, but checking whether the diamond in your ring is genuine or not, well, it may not be as easy as I thought. It won't? Did Marie tell you anything about the history of the ring? No, not a thing. Looks like Betty hasn't got a clue about the condor mark or its meaning. Is there something wrong, Mr. Hyde? It's not really. It's just that I remembered something when I was staring at the ring. Remembered what? Something Marie told me about it. She was telling me how she came to have it. She got it as a present from her brother before he died 13 years ago. Are you serious? I certainly didn't know that. It's true, I'm afraid. Her parents died when she was very young and her brother looked after her. They were very close and the ring was a present from him to her. I'm sure that ring has a great sentimental value for her. You're right, it must have, but she didn't breathe a word of that to me when she spoke. I imagine she was worried that you would have refused to buy it. This may not be what you want to hear, but I think you should return it to her. I'm sure it'd be for the best. You may be right. I would never have bought it if I'd known all the facts. I don't think I'm up to handing it back to Marie myself. Would you mind doing it for me, Mr. Hyde? Tell her she can keep the money. That's $500. That's a lot of money back then. Christ. You sure about this? Yeah, completely. Well, if you say so, I'll return the ring. Huh? Looks like I'm popular today. Let me see who that is. It's gonna be Rex, isn't it? Betty opens the door to see who it is, then steps out into the hallway. I can hear the voices of Betty and her visitor from behind the closed door. You said you'd give it back to me today. Yes, of course. Here you go. Sorry about that. Who was it? Just a friend? Nobody you know, Mr. Hyde. Okay then. I think it's time I got out of your hair. Of course. That was 100% definitely someone I know. Charles? So it was you in Betty's room just now? Yeah, that's right. For a moment I was certain it was the other person who paid her a visit. I guess that means you came to see Betty then too. Yes, I did. I was there to collect the key that I lent her. Oh boy, Kyle. What do you mean? Who do you think you had to come to see her? Betty's new boyfriend, of course. Her boyfriend? Yes. Last time I went to see her in her room, he was also there. What's his name? I didn't ask, sorry. Couldn't you tell me about him? Let me think. Well, there was something I didn't like about him. He certainly doesn't live in this building. Which key did you borrow? It was the key to room 205. 205? That's vacant, isn't it? How have you got the key to that room in the first place? Been looking after it for Billy. Ah, right, your friend. Yes, Billy Christie. He was here until the end of last month. He went to the same university. Even though he's moved out, we still meet each other from time to time at the university. When I spoke to him 3 days ago, he asked if I could return the spare key from room 205 to Mrs. Patrice. Spare key? Yes, that's right. Apparently he couldn't find the spare key when he was moving out, so he couldn't give it back to me, to Mrs. Patrice in person. Managed to find it in the end, though, when he checked through his things again. That's the key that Betty borrowed. What would she want in a fucking... Why did Betty need a spare key? She just asked me for it one day. When she heard that I was looking after it for Billy, she said she wanted to borrow it. What made Betty ask to borrow the spare key to room 205 in the first place? I think that was because her boyfriend had asked to borrow it. Oh boy. Alright, we see. Her boyfriend? I was on my way to return the key to Mrs. Patrice, but she wasn't home. While I was in the lobby, Betty and her boyfriend turned up. It was when I told them that I was looking after the key. Then Betty's boyfriend said something to her and she asked to borrow the key. Why the hell would he want to see the room? That's a question I can't answer, I'm afraid. He just stared at me while she asked. I got the impression he's not someone I want to refuse. So that's how it happened, and why I went to Betty's room to get a key just now. Hey, Charles. Yes? Who'd you lend me the spare key to? Lend it to you? Why? Well, we're all going to be leaving here soon. I thought I'd like to take one last look around. It'd be nice to see what room 205's like. I really have to get it back to Mrs. Patrice, though. I'll make sure you have it back in no time. What do you say? Okay, Mr. Hyde, why not? But I expect you to be back as soon as you finish looking at the room. Don't sweat it. I'll be back before you know it. Time for more snooping. I'm going back to my room now. Snooping as usual, I see. Use that shuttle. I used the spare key and unlocked the door. So Rex and Betty came in here, did they? They sure searched it, alright. Pretty barren. If there was anything in here that they then they already took it. I don't like. I think I'm pretty sure that Rex is using Betty to gain more access into things here, which makes him pretty fucking ruthless. Some bottles have been left lying on the floor. The varnish on his cabinet has rubbed off in places. There's dust on it everywhere except the top. It must have been dusted off for a reason. Did someone come in here? And if so, what for? We just learned that someone came in here. What the fuck? There are drawers on this side of the cabinet. Oh, there are some sheets of paper inside the drawer. Are these sheets the same things as the... Can't pick it up, so probably not. There appears to be something on a shelf in the closet. A typewriter, I knew it. There's a typewriter on the shelf in the closet. What's a typewriter doing here? Hang on, a typewriter? The other sheets I got were all done using a typewriter. Could this be the one that you were typed on? Yep. Fuck. Need paper first, no? Yeah. Yeah. So now I'm more convinced again that Rex actually is the one who sent me the letters, which is what I assumed at the very beginning. But then I was less sure once things got more complicated. Also, can I... No, not combine, but whatever, fine, let's just use them. Shit. Dingo. I guess that proves it. Looks like there's no denying that the order sheet was typed on this typewriter. Maybe that explains why Rex was so keen to get in here. Wait. That might mean that Betty knows something she's not letting on about too. I imagine that was it. Probably no reason to search anything else, so let's get the hell out of here. Just for sure. Down the closet. Yep, okay. Leave. What is it, Mr. Hyde? I got something to ask you, Betty. It's about room 205. Room 205? You better come in. Hey, Betty. Yes? Can I help you with something? It was Charles you were talking to in the hallway earlier. I'd like to know why you asked him to lend you the key to room 205. No reason. I just wanted to see what the room was like, that's all. So you went into the room? Maybe. Kind of answer is that? The best you're getting. Why are you asking me this? Betty, if you and that Rex guy are up to something, then I've got some questions for you. Now tell me what I want to know. Just what you mean by up to something?
Hope there isn't a game over for forgetting to return the key to Charles.
Nah, it'll be fine. You must have had a real reason to borrow that key. What was it? Now would be a good time to tell me. There's nothing to tell. Come on, I wasn't born yesterday. It's the truth! Betty. Did you borrow it for Rex? What? There's no use in trying to hide it. You borrowed the key because he asked you to, right? There's no fooling you, is there, Mr. Hyde? It's true. Rex asked me to borrow the key from Charles. He said he really wanted to use that room. Why the hell are you even giving that guy the time of day? You do know that Rex does what Rex does for a living, don't you? Yeah, I know. He investigates insurance claims. Investigate isn't the word I'd use. He's bad news. Did you know that too? Yes, I know, but it's okay. After all, Mr. Hyde? I understand. I really do. I know he's not really interested in me. Listen, Betty. Also, I know the real reason he started going out with me. Wow. Alright. Did you know what he planned to do in room 205? I can't be 100% certain, but this is what he said. He told me that there was something he needed to check. Betty. Was it about Marie? Yes, I think it was. So he's still looking into her then. How should I know? I don't know whether he's still interested in her or not. I don't know anything. You don't speak anymore. Betty. Like I said, he seemed to be interested in Marie. I noticed it a while back. But after he got what he wanted, he stopped coming here. What was his real reason for going out with you? He started going out with me because he wanted to check the situation on the second floor. Betty, what interested him? Was it the tenants? Yes, that's right. He was keen on establishing who was friends with who and their relationships. That's what he came to find out. When I asked him why he was so interested in that, he said he was interested in putting a stop to Marie's accomplice. Interesting. So, he said he got what he wanted. Not in so many words, but I'm sure he did. He kept asking me all these questions about the people that live here. Then after he'd seen room 205 and taken a look around, he didn't contact me anymore. I didn't even have a number I could use to call him. What was that about you knowing your men? What did Rex mean by Marie's accomplice? I have no idea. That was the first and last I ever heard on the subject. But he said he wanted to put a stop to them, right? That's what he said, but I have no idea what he meant. Why should I? After all he did was use me to get what he wanted. Yep, he's that fucking scummy. It's just like you said, Mr. Hyde. I did borrow the key from Charles just so Rex could get inside the room, but I just passed it on to him. I never went into the room myself, so I hope you'll believe me when I say I can't tell you exactly what he did in there. And that's the truth, is it? Cross my heart. Why would I want to lie to you, Mr. Hyde? I don't think you're lying. But if you knew he was only using you, Betty, why did you stay with him? He was there when I felt lonely. He promised me he'd always be there for me. Yes, he would say that. But I knew even then, I knew he wasn't the type of man who'd keep his promises. You may not want to hear what I think, but here goes. Men often go for lonely women. Maybe it's love, maybe not, I don't know. If loneliness brings you together, you'll be even lonelier when it ends. Mr. Hyde? Come on, Betty, you can't go around wearing a face like that. Oh, really? Can't believe I'm getting a relationship advice from you. But it's true, you can't go moping around forever. Besides, smiling suits you. Can I ask you something, Mr. Hyde? Why is it that you're so interested in Rex? Is it because you spoke to Marie? Did you believe what she told you? There are a number of things about her insurance claim that interest me. I'm curious about the whole incident. About that? Let me guess. You heard about me once being a detective from Rex, right? Yeah, he did mention it. I thought he might have. Did he say anything else? No, just that. I see. Betty, did you ever see Rex posting a letter to anybody in here? A letter? I've never seen him with a letter. Okay, if I come up with any more questions about Rex later on, would you mind answering them for me? No, not at all. Right, I better get going. Of course. So I know that the mysterious order sheet came from the typewriter in 205. Also, I discovered that Rex is trying to uncover as a possible accomplice to Marie. What's Rex's connection to that order? Not only that, the engraved mark on Marie's ring and the one on the 4th floor, what do they mean? Thoughts. I think it's time I gather my thoughts about all that's happened. Hey, shouldn't we return the key? Anyway, woke up on December 23rd with a hangover and a dry throat to boot. I grabbed a drink from the vending machine in the lobby, then called Rachel. She told me Tony's song won't be on the radio. Told me about the emblem Hotel Cape West used to use. It was an emblem in the shape of a condor. At Lucky's Cafe, Claire talked to me about a matter concerning her dad. After that, I came across Marie in the 2nd floor hallway coming out of Betty's room. I returned to my room and called Red Crown. Ed was there and he had some light to shed on Frank's path. He told me... During an internal investigation when Frank was in his 40s, his name came up. It was Ed's ex-boss, Hugh Speck, that was responsible. Betty came to my room to explain why Marie had paid her a visit before. Marie wanted Betty to buy something from her. It was a ring. A lid! With locks. Marie asked Betty to buy a ring for $500. Betty was concerned about the diamond being fake, so she gave it to me to check. I decided Dylan might be able to help. I went to see Dylan in his room, and while he was on the phone, I used his magnifying glass to take a closer look at Marie's ring. I discovered a small mark that had been engraved onto the base. It was identical to the one Dylan had sketched in his notebook. It was... Found a condor in Dylan's notebook and on the ring. Charles told me he had lent something to Betty. It was the spare key to room 205, and she had borrowed it on behalf of Rex. I got the key from Charles and took the opportunity to take a look around 205 myself. I tried out the typewriter I just discovered there and found... When I pressed the T, the result print was higher than the rest of the letters. This matched with the order sheet I received. I tried to find out if if this was Rex's handiwork by putting the pressure on Betty. Unfortunately, talking to her didn't answer this question. The riddle behind the condor appearing on both Marie's ring and in room 406, together with Frank's connection to the incident 13 years ago. With past and present colliding like this, I'm left with even more questions. There's still no concrete link between these events and the lost Scarlet Star. Alright, another chapter down, boys. Oh boy. Right. That's gonna be it for stream for now. Might do a stream in the evening still. But, yeah. Maybe double stream today. Whoa. Yeah, I really want to get ahead with both of these games so that we can move on to Nier as soon as possible. So anyway, see ya.